Hi everyone. My name's Kevin Kitz, and I'm an engineer, and I have multiple patents. But I want you to start with maybe a surprise question. What do you think my favorite classes in high school were? Home ec, math. No, it was actually AP English and AP US History. Yeah! Those are classes that taught me that there is not always an answer at the back of the book. Or in a laptop. Good point. So what we're looking for in education is quality, not efficiency. Our goal in education is really to create something more like great, expensive champagne. We don't want to fill our kids with some gooey soda pop that's delivered online, right? Well, I've got news. We are in a soda pop war. And the goal of our opponents is privatization of the education system. This is not about a budget crisis. This is about profit. Well, this is a war, and I admit that as of today, we have lost 2 skirmishes. We won one very big battle, though, and that laptop bill did not get signed. So this is no time to be discouraged. Who are the people we are up against? We are up against very moneyed interests, education companies, and investors in education companies. Let's meet some of those people. The Catherine Albertson Foundation. How could they have come out when they spent $400 million? They spent $400 million and got nothing? Oh, no, wait. Let's follow the money trail. Thank you, Dan Popke, an excellent piece. The Albertsons Air has already made $15 million in online education. The director of the Albertsons Foundation was on the board of directors of an online foundation and holds tens of millions of dollars of online education company stock right now. This is a conflict of interest. Let's meet who our opponents are bringing in. Tom Vandar, a partner in private venture capital, investing in online education. Let's hear what Tom had to say about education. Quote, "The private sector plays a role in every other public delivery system. Energy, health, transportation, defense, just not in education. That's the weird historical bias against private capital in education." That doesn't sound very weird to me. That sounds smart. Let's meet another paragon of social justice, Rupert Murdoch. When it comes to K-12 education, we see a $500 billion sector in the U.S. alone that is waiting desperately to be transformed. I hope he gets to wait a lot longer. But let's mostly meet our #1 opponent, Tom Luna. Tom hid what he had planned in November, didn't he? He's been an advocate of school vouchers for more than 10 years. He is a highly motivated to privatize education, and he is still understating the effect of the changes that he has proposed. He is powerful, and I don't like to say this, but he is a flat-out liar. Tom Luna is dangerous, and he cannot be underestimated. Now, it's also important that, so we know who's on the other side, we need to know ourselves too. And I'll tell you a little story. When I started working, my boss called me up in front of a big group and patted me on the back and said, "You're doing a great job, here's a baseball cap." I hate baseball caps. You've got to motivate people with what's meaningful to them, and so let's understand ourselves. How many of you out there went into teaching for the large amount of money you're going to make? None. How many of you went into teaching in large part for the raw power that you were going to wield? None again. How many of you went into teaching in large part to serve children and help them grow? Absolutely. I'm not sure that money is exactly targeted on success here. It's sort of the baseball cap perhaps, but we all like money, so let's do a little survey. I've heard that under pay for performance you can earn another $500 a year. Right? Well, let's say that's true. Let's say that the legislature coughs up $51 million new money and says we're going to do pay for performance with it. How many people would like a shot at $500 a year? Yeah. Come on, nobody wants a shot at $500 a year? This is supposed to be interactive here. How many people want a shot at $500 a year? Okay, I see there's some skeptics out here. Now, what if I told you that $500 a year came with the requirement that there's 2 more kids in every classroom in Idaho? What if I told you that not only the $500, but the 2 kids, but 25% of the teachers in every school, 25% of the teachers at schools in Idaho will take a 15% pay cut if they're at the bottom? How many people knew this was part of the legislation? Right? 5% of you out there. Facts. We need facts. I'm an engineer, that's what I love. Okay, so let's look at what the real effect, so those are the real effects of pay for performance. Let's do some more math. Let's see, how did I come up with that? So what's the budget for this pay for performance? $51 million. We're gonna have this as a pop quiz. I want you to keep track of the answers you know. There's 10 questions. I gave you the first answer. Fiscal year 2014, what's the budget for pay for performance? 51 and change, I think. Okay, so how much cutting can we do outside of the staff in schools? What percentage of the budget? 15% maybe. Okay, I use 10. How much of the staff cost is teachers? 80%. Right. Bunch of you got that right. That's 3 questions. Are you keeping track? Okay, how much does an average teacher make, including benefits? $48,000, something like that is what I've read. Okay, so multiply it out and divide it. What number does that come up with? I'll tell you in a minute. We can do the same thing with fiscal year 2013. Tom Luna's overall 5 pillars, 3 pillars, 1 pillar, 0, 3 pillars budget. How much is going to be cut in fiscal year 2013? Come on, we should have these numbers. The answer is $121.3 million. Oh my God. If we do the same math, how many teachers are going to get cut? 770, right? Wrong. That's not it. I'll give you the real answer in a minute. Let's do the math on online classes. How much does it cost to take an online class? 175. You can get them for 600. How much? What's the budget formula Tom Luna is using to pay for these online classes? Portion of ADA. So, 175 to 600 bucks. What's the budget that's allocated? I'll tell you in a minute. The same thing goes for laptops. I'll cut through the quick here. Let's go to the answers. We all love answers. All right, let's start backwards. Laptops. What's budgeted is $200 per laptop. Really? Do the math. It's easy. Online classes. They cost $150 to $600. There's at most $100 budgeted. We're short. We're short on the first 2 parts. Pay for performance, 50 million times 90 times 80 divided by 48,000. 765 teachers are going to be cut with pay for performance. How many people knew that? Good. That is an important fact. We'll get back to that one. The really big news, fiscal year 2013, 121.3 million. Tom Luna says what? 770. But we just showed that 550 was 765. The answer is 1,900 teaching jobs. Yeah. Where was this information? We need facts. Okay, so we're underfunded by laptops. We're underfunded on online classes. We've lost 765 jobs for pay for performance, and we're going to lose 1,900, including those overall. You tweak the assumptions, you can drive it up to 2,500 teachers. You lie about a few assumptions, and you can drive it down to 770. Okay, so what did we learn? We had a huge victory installing online classes and laptops. Let's give ourselves a hand for that. Okay, we don't have to win with emotions and reason. We can use facts, and that's what I want you to do. My kindergarten teacher told me not to spread lies. That's good advice. I want you to promise yourselves that you will not ever say the phrase 770 teacher positions. Don't let those people around you say 770. The number is 2,000. Let's use the real numbers. All right, so my parting thoughts. This is not the time to be discouraged. We can win this soda pop war. There's only the pay for performance hasn't been funded yet. So let's go out there. Let's tell the truth. Let's win this war. Thanks, everybody.
All right, let me just check in. How many of you